You guys, I am so excited for this What Sold video because it was my best week of sales in April. So if you want to see what sold for me on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and a Kidizen, then stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body trimmings for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, like for real this week. And I've added the app Kidizen to the list and actually made some sales over there this week as well. So I'm so excited to share with you what kinds of things have been selling for me. And like I said, it was actually a really great week, and in fact the greatest week in April. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'll actually break down what my month looked like and whether or not I am on track to meet my goal of making $20,000 in the year 2020 of net sales, not gross sales, but net sales. So if you want to see how I'm doing, make sure that you stay till the end. Now, this is, like I said, a what sold video. So in this video, I'm going to try to share with you all the different things that have sold for me this week, whether the sales are big or whether they are teeny tiny and I'm just making a couple dollars. I try to share everything with you guys to be as transparent as possible so that you kind of get like the good and the bad, and not even the bad. Like, let's be honest, a sale is a sale, money is money. And it's really cool to be moving things out of your house that, you know, we're gonna end up in the landfill anyway. So I don't really think that anything is necessarily a bad sale, but there are some high dollar amount items this week as well as definitely some low dollar amounts. I personally love a good what sold video because I feel like you can learn a lot about what is actually moving for good money in that present time. So if you also like what sold videos, I actually have a whole playlist that I will link down below in the description so that you can just binge watch a ton of what sold videos, because I have made a what sold video every week for like the past year, a little bit over a year. So there's a lot of what sold videos in that playlist. So if you enjoy watching them, I got you. They're down there. So if you like a good what sold video, make sure that you hit the like button on this video because it does actually help out my channel quite a bit. And if you're brand new, welcome. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you are alerted every time I put out some new content. Last bit of business before we get into what sold, I need to point out where this beautiful shirt is from. It's actually from Jack. He is Flip Thrift on Instagram and his YouTube channel is Jack Valentine, and I saw this on his Instagram stories and I was like, I have to have it. I didn't know if I could pull it off, so I'm trying. It kind of like keeps riding up on my shoulders. It's not like the most practical shirt, so I don't really know how often I'm gonna wear it, but I was just like, I want to try. So that's what this business is. So thank you so much, Jack, if you're watching. But yeah, let's get into what sold, shall we? Like I said, it was a great week and you're gonna see that I actually sold a lot of kids stuff, and that's because I've been listing a lot of kids stuff. I created a set of non-negotiables, like things that had to get done every day as far as reselling was concerned. So what I would do is every day I would end listings on eBay that were going to relist themselves anyway, and I would end the listing and then sell similar. That would end up being like 10 or 15 new listings on eBay. I would list 5 new items to Poshmark that were either like men's or women's, like kind of more typical along the lines, you know, what I would list on Poshmark anyway. But then I would also list 5 items to Poshmark that were kids items because I have so much kids stuff at home just between my 2 kids. So I would list 5 kids items and then I would immediately cross list those to Kidizen. And I did manually cross list them because as of right now, Kidizen is not on List Perfectly, and if you know anything about me, I love cross-listing using the software List Perfectly, and I actually have an affiliate link for that down below. If you want to give it a shot, you can actually save 30% off your first month, and I use it to cross-list over from Poshmark to like eBay and Mercari, but I have been manually cross-listing over to Kidizen, and then I also use List Perfectly to cross-list 5 items from Poshmark to eBay and Mercari. So every day I've been doing that, and I cannot even explain to you the boost in sales on all platforms from doing that. So let's talk about what actually sold. On Monday the 27th, I sold this pair of baby shark slippers. They were a toddler size medium, and I sold them actually to a viewer named Destiny. So Destiny, thank you so much. And she actually sent me a picture of her daughter wearing them, and they were so cute. They sold to her for $8 and I ended up making $5.05. I picked those up for $1 at a garage sale last summer for my son because my son is still obsessed with Baby Shark, but he just never wore wore them. And these slippers were so cute because they literally looked like the shark was eating the toddler's foot. I don't know. It was amazing. So, even though I didn't make that much money on them, I still profited, and they're going to a great new home. So Destiny, again, thank you so much, and I hope you love them. And then the second thing to sell on Monday the 27th was actually over on Kidizen. This was my first Kidizen sale. If you've been watching me, you know that I have hardcore gotten super obsessed with this app. I don't know what it is. I just think it's really cute, and I love kids clothes, and I have a lot of kids clothes to sell. So I've been really excited about Kidizen. So I sold over there this Disney Princesses Pearl Snap Thermal long sleeve shirt in a size small. My daughter actually just outgrew this, and it sold for $10.16. I was running a 15% off sale or something in my Kidizen closet, and someone bought it outright. I did pay $3.75 through Kidizen to ship it out, and I ended up making $5.14. Again, it's not a whole lot, but it's something that my daughter got a lot of use out of. It had a huge green stain on one of the sleeves, and it still sold, for $10.16. So I'm super happy with it because at that point it's pure profit, right? My daughter used it a bunch, and now we sold it and we're able to make some money off of it. And best of all, it gets to go to a new home. And then on Tuesday the 28th, I had 2 sales on Poshmark and another Kidizen sale, as well as a sale from a YouTube haul. So the 2 sales over on Poshmark, the first one was this pink Victoria's Secret Illini, which is the University of Illinois animal print shorts. These were in a size large, and they sold for $12, and I made $9.05. I got those for free from someone, so pure profit. And then the next thing to sell over on Poshmark was this pair of blue and gray chambray linen blend drawstring joggers in a size medium. These, someone sent me an offer on for $24. I believe I had them listed for $28, and I ended up making $19.20. I had those cross-listed on, eBay and Mercari as well, and they actually got a lot of attention over there. And someone actually sent me an offer on eBay for these as well after they had already sold on Poshmark. So Lou and Grey, they're a part of Loft. I think they actually even sell Lou and Grey inside of some Loft stores. And I didn't think that they had, a significant resale value, but I saw these at the Salvation Army that I spent 5.5 hours at when I went to an all-state music conference with some students back in January. And I got them for $1. I thought they were so cute and they looked so cozy and comfy. If they were my size, I would have totally kept them. So I turned $1 into, $19.20. That's pretty good. And then on Kidizen, oh my gosh, I was so excited to move this because I've had this in my Poshmark closet in eBay store forever. It was this new with tags Aviva, which is the Lululemon Kids line. Blue double Dutch athletic tank top in a size 10. This sold for $20 on Kidizen after probably being listed for a week. Yeah, a week. And I did pay the $3.75 to ship it out through Kidizen, and I ended up making $13.80. By the way, 2 things about Kidizen. One is if you want to give it a shot, and on Kidizen you can sell obviously kids clothing, but also kids toys and books and, nursing equipment, stuff like that. You can also sell women's pieces, not just maternity, but women's clothing. So if you want to try it out, I do have a link down below that you can use with a referral code. You actually get $5 of credit by using my referral code. And I also get a kickback on any sales that you make or purchases that you make in the first month or so. So it's actually a really great affiliate program. And also I got to go live a couple days ago with the king and queen of Kidizen. If you don't know Ginger Marvin, or if you're not following them already on both Instagram and YouTube, you need to be, because they really know how to sell kids clothes for good money. So I went live with them on YouTube, and they answered a lot of people's questions about how to sell on Kidizen, how to make money over there, and just how to sell kid stuff in general. So if you want to learn more about how to sell kid stuff from a pro, then make sure that you check out that video as well. And then the last thing to sell on the 28th was actually from a YouTube haul. So a couple weeks ago, I did a haul from a ThredUp rescue box. It was a DIY denim rescue box. And one of the items that I got in there was this L'amour by Nanette Lepore. It's a size medium, but it's this cool denim button up with this star print, and it's got kind of this bleached look to it. Someone reached out to me. She sent me an email and she said that she was interested in the shirt, and we came to the agreement of $18 shipped. It cost me $4 to ship it out to her, so I ended up making $14 on that shirt. So thank you so much for that purchase. I hope you love it. It is such a cool shirt. And then on the 29th, which was a Wednesday, I had 4 Poshmark sales. one eBay sale, although this person hasn't paid yet, and a Mercari sale. You're going to see Mercari show up quite a few times this week, which was shocking to me, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Okay, so the first thing to sell over on Poshmark was in my 4 for $25 sale, and it was this Anthropology Akemi and Kin dip dye t-shirt. This sold to Marcy, who is a viewer. So Marcy, thank you so much. I think she sent me an offer for $12 on it, or it was Closet Clear. I don't remember, but all I know is I ended up making $9.05, and that went to a wonderful new home. I think she said she got it for her daughter. It was such a cute piece, and I just put it in my 4 for $25 sale because super basic Anthropology stuff like these kinds of t-shirts, they don't really go for that much. It's kind of hard to move, so I went ahead and put it in my 4 for $25 sale, but Marcy got it, just on its own, and I'm so happy that that went to a new home. The next thing that sold was this pair of men's Keen Dry hiking shoes in a size 10.5. These had some issues. They were, there were like pieces of the shoe like falling off, and I mean, you could tell that they had been worn quite a bit and had been used for quite a bit of hiking and whatnot, but they still had some good life in them. I mean, they were fine structurally. It was just like little pieces of the outside were kind of like coming undone. I picked these up for $1 at that last church sale that I went to. Someone sent me an offer on them for $15, so I made $12. Not too shabby. The next thing to sell on Poshmark was this Tommy Hilfiger all over lace bodysuit in a size small. I thought this was so cool. It had like a cutout in the chest, and I don't know why, but I've had it forever and ever and ever. Like, I've definitely had it for over half of a year, which I think is so bizarre because I think it's so cute. I probably had it priced too high. I think that there were, a lot of other ones that were priced a little bit lower, but I just thought it was too cute to price too low. Regardless, I sent out offers to likers on this for $20 with this kind of shipping. Someone accepted, so I made $13.88. I think that what happened was the day before was closet clear out. And I think actually like the pink shorts and the Lewin gray joggers, I think those were sales as a result of closet clear out. And I sent this person my little spiel about closet clear out on Tuesday, but she didn't respond until the next day. So I just went ahead and sent her an offer versus being like, well, you're too late and blah, 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 because that's stupid. So I just, like I said, sent her the offer with this kind of shipping. And so I made $13.88 on that. I, of course, forgot to mention something that sold, and it was this bundle of 2 dresses, and it actually sold to a viewer named Margaret. So Margaret, thank you so much. The first dress was this Zenana, I don't know if that's how you say it, but Zenana Premium V-neck gray t-shirt dress in a size small. Someone gave that to me for free, so, that's 100% profit right there. And then the next item was in my 4 for $25 sale, but it's this American Eagle red crochet V-neck dress in a size extra small, and this I did get at a thrift store quite a while ago, like probably over 2 years ago. So happy to see that move. And the Zenana dress really was only listed for like, I want to say a week before it sold. So that was super exciting. The last thing to sell on Poshmark was this pair of Calvin Klein Benson Weave Oxford shoes in a size 10. These, someone sent me an offer on for $38, which I was more than happy to accept. So I made $30.40. Those I've had in my closet now for like a couple months, and they came to me from someone in the theater department. It was like her husband's, and it was to raise money for the theater department. So that money will be going to theater. On eBay, I had a sale that the person hasn't paid for yet, and I'm kind of thinking she's not going to pay. So I didn't include this in my numbers, but I just wanted you to know that it sold, but just hasn't been paid for. It's this Talbot's brown, pure Irish 100% linen open jacket in a size 2X. I did put login look in the listing title as well, because that is a great keyword that people are looking for if they're a fan of that style and that aesthetic. It sold for $20.50 with them paying for shipping, but again, they haven't paid yet, so I haven't shipped it out yet, but it is something that sold, and I am hoping that she pays. And then on Mercari, I had another kids sale, and it was this pair of Zara Kids gold metallic leggings in a size 6. I got these when I went to New York to visit my best friend earlier in the year, and I thought they were so cute. I got them for my daughter. brought them home. She wore them once and she's like, they're not really my thing. She looked like a rock star in them, but she was just like, I don't want to wear these out. Like they're so flashy. So I listed them on, all the different platforms, and they actually ended up selling on Mercari for $10. I did say that I would pay for shipping. So it cost me $2.74 to ship these out because they were so stinking lightweight. And I ended up making $6.26 on those. It's probably about like half of what I ended up paying for them. So I got some of my money back for those leggings that my darn daughter did not want to wear more than once. On Thursday, the 30th, I had 1 bundle sale on Poshmark, 2 sales on eBay, and 2 Mercari sales. So on Poshmark, the bundle consisted of 2 kids items. The first was this new without tags Zara blue cuffed shorts in a size 18 to 24 months. They were my son's, but we just kind of missed the window of when he would wear them, so he never ended up wearing them. They were so cute and so like preppy looking, but now they're off to a new home. And then the second item to sell in this bundle was in my 4 for $25 sale, but it was Genuine Kids Oshkosh Bagosh. I love saying that brand name. And it was like this gray hoodie sweater. I think that this brand, Genuine Kids Oshkosh Bagosh, I think that like line is sold at Target. I don't know how this ended up at my house. I think it was a hand-me-down, to be honest with you. So these 2 items sold for $20 with discounted shipping, and I made $13.88 off of those 2 items. On eBay, I sold this Sony camera soft carrying case. It was like a shoulder bag. It sold for $14.99, which I think was my full asking price. And I had them pay for shipping. They paid a little bit more for shipping than they needed to, but when you consider all the supplies and stuff, it's fine. So I ended up making $14.09 on that bag. The next thing to sell on eBay was this John Deere camo print Got Dirt, like that's what it said on the front of it, t-shirt in a size large. This sold for $16. That was the offer sent to me. I had them pay for shipping, and I ended up making $14.09. I paid $1 for that at that Salvation Army, that huge haul, $14.09 after spending $1. I am all about that. On Mercari, I had 2 sales, like I said, and the first one was this vintage fossil black leather crossbody purse, and it sold for $42. That was the offer sent to me. I did have to pay for shipping because I have gone back to doing free shipping on Mercari, so I paid $7.75 to ship this out. I put it in a padded flat rate envelope, and I still made $30.05, and best of all, I got it for $1 at that church sale, so oh my gosh, that was a great flip. And I only had it listed for, again, like a couple months, if that. And then the last thing to sell on the 30th, again, over on Mercari. Oh man, I felt so bad about this. So on Mercari, they finally changed it so that you can search through your own listings. It used to be that like you couldn't search through your listings by like brand name or anything like that. You just had to like keep scrolling through all your listings. So I never would really edit my closet. Like if something sold somewhere else, I would never get rid of it on Mercari because I was like, it's not going to sell over here anyway. Like, no one's buying anything from me on Mercari. And I just didn't want to take the time to sit there and like scroll to find the item to delete it from my Mercari store. Now that has changed, and you can now search through your own listings by brand. That being said, my Mercari is still riddled with items that have sold, some things that have sold like months and months and months ago. I've just like not gone through and cleaned it out yet of stuff that is no longer available. I need to do that. Like I started to do it, so it's a lot better, but there are still definitely things that I've sold through and they're still in my Mercari. So this woman went to my Mercari store and she started like looking through every single item and she started commenting on a bunch of stuff. And finally she was like, okay, these 7 items, I want them. Like, what is your price for them? And I was like, oh my God, like you're gonna hate me. But of these 7 items, only 4 of them are available. And one of them is like a boy's shirt. Like, I don't think you want it because I feel like you want it for yourself and it's actually like a boy's medium. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, I don't want that. So she ended up getting these 3 items for me, which, I'm thankful that she even wanted to like buy from me after that debacle. Like, I just felt so bad because I know it probably took her so much time. But she finally settled on these 3 items and I created a bundle for her on Mercari because I don't think that as of yet you can I don't think that Mercari has a bundle function. So if someone wants more than 1 item from you, typically what people will do on Mercari is they will create a bundle with those items in it. So that's what I did. She got 3 items. The first one was this pair of Loft modern straight jeans in a size, I think it was 00 or it was like a 0. And then the next item was this new with tags Electric Zulu, that was the brand, t-shirt, and it said ZA on the front. I have had this for probably 2 years. Like, it has been in my house for so long. I remember I got it at this thrift store that doesn't even exist anymore, and I got it because it was like a fill-a-bag day. It was new with tags, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cute. Like, someone will want it. Nobody wanted it because I don't think anyone knows what this Electric Zulu brand is. I don't even know if it's like a popular brand or if it's just like a boutique brand. I have no idea what it is, but I'm so glad it's out of my house. Again, it's cute. It was just like, it was not on anyone's radar. And then the last thing was this BDG, which is an Urban Outfitters brand, cashmere blend striped sweater. And that was like the one item she actually really wanted. I think it's like the one thing that she saw that, you know, caused her to look through the rest of my closet. So those 3 things I sold to her for $18 because they were stuff that I just had forever and I was just trying to move out. And I did say that I would pay for shipping, so I did have to pay $7.75 to ship all that out. So I only ended up making $8.45 off of those 3 items, which honestly I'm fine with because one, like, she went through so much time to look for those items and I wasn't really able to deliver the way that I should. So that is a lesson to me, but also a lesson to you if you're anything like me. If you're Mercari or eBay or Poshmark closets are not actually representing what you have in your home to sell, go through and clean it up because some people will take the time to look through like every single item and you don't want to disappoint. So that's something that is still on my to-do list with Mercari, is just to like really clean it up because, like I said, there's a lot of stuff in there still that I don't actually have in my house. Okay, that takes us to Friday, the 1st of May, and whew, it was a good sales day. Friday was awesome. So I had 6 sales on Poshmark, and I had 5 sales over on eBay. So the first thing to sell on Poshmark was this new with tags oversized pink floral kimono. This is actually one of my boutique items because I do get a number of things wholesale from a friend of mine who is a wholesaler, and it sold for $26. So I ended up making $20.80. The next thing to sell, I got like maybe half a year ago, and it's this pair of Mountain Hardwear Winter Wander pants. Actually, I remember I got those in December. I got it when I went thrifting to look for stuff to put in my swap box for Courtney from Common Tags, and I didn't end up putting these in there because 1, they had a flaw, and 2, they were so big and bulky. So I kept them for myself and listed them, and it's been a while, and I'm a little surprised that they sold right now, but they're basically like snow pants, or I think you could probably wear them like skiing or snowboarding or something like that. There was a flaw in it. It had something to do with the waist. Like, it didn't affect the wear of the garment, but there was a small flaw, and it still sold for $35. So I made $28, and that was her sending me an offer. And then the next thing to sell was this Reformation Becca black midi cap sleeve wrap dress in a size extra small. This, someone sent me an offer on for $30. I had it listed for $40. But when I checked comps, this dress was consistently selling for $40. So I, reached out to her by creating a bundle and talking to her in like the comments feature. And I was just like, look, I'm really sorry, but I am firm on my price because this dress has been selling for $40 like all day, every day. And so she ended up buying it for $40, which I was really thankful for. And I ended up making $32 on that dress. I actually bought that dress for myself, and I got it from Voyage is a Verb. I think I got it from their Twice Our Cost website. So I probably didn't pay $40 for it. I probably ended up making a little bit of money on this. So I bought the dress for myself. It came in, I tried it on, and I was like, I'm not in this age demographic for Reformation. Maybe some of their other pieces, but like it had this like plunging V-neck, and that's just not me. Like, even when I was younger, I didn't really do the deep V's, and so it wasn't for me, but I had this really cool piece that I could now resell. So that's what I did, and it sold within a day. Like, I had it listed for 24 hours. So I get the hype about Reformation. I've never actually found it in the wild, but it didn't work out for me, so it worked out for someone else. The next thing to sell was in my 4 for $25 sale, and it was by the brand Crave Fame, and it was this ruched sleeve violet blouse in a size medium. I got it for free from a friend. I sent out offers to likers on it for $10 with discounted shipping. I made $4.93. that is pure profit. So I'm super happy about it. The next thing to sell, I have had since December as well, because I remember I got it when I went thrifting to get stuff for Courtney's swap box. And it's this vintage Chicago Bears NFL Starter Pro Line jacket in a size extra large. I remember like that day that I went to Goodwill, there were a ton of really cool jackets. So I got this one. I got another football jacket, but it wasn't by Starter. It was by another brand. That one sold for like over $100. And I think I only paid like $6.99 for those jackets that day, or like $5.99. So it was a really good price. This ended up selling for $40. That was the offer sent to me, and I ended up making $32. So, $6 into $32, not too shabby. And then the last thing to sell was this pair of New with Tags J. Crew Factory chambray 9-inch inseam Bermuda shorts in a size 00. This is like my version of retail arbitrage. So I went with my sister-in-law and my friend to Indianapolis. I don't know, like my friend just wanted to go shopping at this mall there. And so we went, and we also went to a J. Crew outlet store, and they were running this crazy clearance, and there were things marked for like 99 cents, $1.97. Like it was insane. So these shorts actually cost me $1.97 if I remember correctly. So I got 3 pairs of them, and I wasn't expecting them to sell for a whole lot. So these sold for $15. That was the offer sent to me, and I made $12, which is still a good profit. So I was happy about that. But the next thing to sell was this lot of 2 Xbox 360 games. So the first one was called Left 4 Dead, and it was like heavily flawed, as in the top layer of the disc seemed to be coming apart from the bottom, which like I think that for those kinds of games that are like discs, I think it's really what's on the bottom that matters. So obviously I took pictures of it, disclosed it. And then the second game was Call of Duty, and that was for Xbox 360 Live. I had them listed for like $12. Someone sent me an offer for $7, which I was like, that's fine. I did not charge them enough for shipping, so I only ended up making $3.75. But those I got from my library for free, because I have like 1 billion free book coupons, and they let you get like games and DVDs and stuff with those coupons too. So one day I got like 16 games for like PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that. So $3.75 is pure profit. And I did get positive feedback, because he was like, you shipped them out so fast, and I love them. So I think that means that Left 4 Dead game works, which I'm hoping it does. But like in the listing title, I put flawed in huge capital letters to make sure that they didn't miss it and, get it and then just be really disappointed. The next thing to sell on eBay was actually 2 items going to the same person, and it was this original penguin classic fit red polo shirt in a size small. I sold that to him for $14, and then the next item was this Hollister blue and white striped polo in a size small, and I sold that to him for $13.50, but it did sell via promoted listings. So it's funny because he bought the red polo first, and then he bought the Hollister shirt, and then he messaged me and was like, hey, I'm also interested in this red Abercrombie polo. All 3 of those came from the same person. I did like kind of a consignment deal with one of my friends from church. And so he was like, yeah, I'm interested in this polo too. And I was like, okay, well, since you already bought something from me, like, let me know what you'd be comfortable with price-wise. And then he was like, actually, I just got a red original penguin polo, so I don't think I need this red Abercrombie polo as well. And I was like, oh yeah, no problem. And then he messaged me again and was like, oh my gosh, I got the original penguin polo from you. And I was like, oh, you did? Yeah, like you're the same buyer. So there is a way on eBay where if they buy more than one item from you, you can like combine those 2 orders so that you just pay shipping once. So that was just kind of funny that like neither of us really realized until, the very end that he was the one that had bought both of those items from me. And then the next thing to sell, oh, I was so excited about this. It was this Iron Gym door pull-up bar. It's like one of those things you put in your doorway jamb. Is that what it's called? And then you do pull-ups, and I don't know, you just strengthen your upper body. This was my brother's. My brother used to live with us, and when he moved out, he was like, I don't want to take this with me. So it's just been sitting around our house. And then I was watching Hustle at Home Mom's YouTube channel. She did like a what sold video, and she had sold one of these, although I think hers also had like the little loop that you could hold on to do different kinds of pull-ups. I don't know. And she was like, this sold so fast, and it sold for this much. And I remember like stopping the video right then and there and looking around my house because I was like, I know I have one of these too. And so I found mine and I listed it. And then in the next 2 days, it sold for my full asking price of $39.99. And I had them pay like $14.40 of shipping. I don't know how I came to that cost. It's probably because I, did sell similar and maybe that's what they had the shipping price at. But I was actually able to sell it out for just a little bit less because I just took it apart. That's again something that she said that she did in her video. So I was able to take it apart and condense it by a lot. If I had tried to ship it in its original state without breaking it down, it would have cost me like $30 to ship out. So I ended up making $36.68 off of something that was just laying around my house, taking up space, and I was able to move it really quickly. So if you have anything like that, oh my gosh, like you need to list it. And then the last thing to sell on eBay was this Belkin Wi-Fi range extender. It covered like 5,000 feet. And it sold for $8.23. That's an odd amount. I don't know how that happened. I had them pay for shipping. I made $8.86 because I actually had them pay a little too much for shipping. I got that at that same church yard sale and it cost me $1. It wasn't like an amazing sale, but I am trying my best to dabble in hard goods and learn what I can about them. And then on Saturday, the 2nd, I sold one thing on Poshmark, 2 things on eBay, 1 thing on Mercari, and 1 thing on Kidizen. So that was a beautiful day of sales on all 4 platforms. How cool. So the first thing to sell was over on Poshmark, and it was by the brand Art Class, which is like a children's line sold at Target. And it was this light wash graphic print denim jacket in a size medium. On the back, it had some sort of typography in it, some sort of phrase like, I don't remember. I'll show it here in the pictures, but it was something about like your inner rose or something like that. And so someone bought it for her niece, which I thought was really cute. I sent her an offer of $12 with discounted shipping, and I ended up making $6.93 on that. That was given to me by someone, and it was intended for my daughter, but I know she's not really gonna wear it because she does not enjoy layers. Like today, I was wearing this big, like cozy sweater and she was in like a leotard because she just runs really hot. So I've learned that like cardigans or big sweaters, that kind of stuff, like she's just never going to wear them. So I just went ahead and listed it, and it sold within like 2 weeks of me listing it. On eBay, I sold this J. Crew Factory blue and white plaid slim fit button down shirt. It sold for my full asking price of $21.99. I had them pay for shipping, and so I made $19.09. And that is something, again, that I got from that same friend who I just kind of did like a little consignment deal with. And since I've been listing his stuff, it's been a lot of his stuff that has been moving out, which is really cool. The next thing to sell was this pair of Olukai, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Oahu black leather mid-calf boots in a size 8. These sold for $69.90. That was an offer to Watcher that I sent out. I had them pay for shipping, although I did not have them pay enough for shipping. So I did have to pay like $6 more to ship it out, which was kind of annoying, but that's okay. And it did also sell via promoted listings at 6%. So I ended up making $49.24 off of those boots. And that was, again, something that was given to me to sell through like my theater program. So I am going to be giving that money to my theater program. And then on Mercari, I sold this motherhood maternity nursing dress. It was blue and orange striped in a size small. This is actually something that I wore when I was pregnant with my 2 kids and when I was nursing. So it was really cool that, I got a lot of use out of it, but now it's on its way to a new home. So this sold for $16. I paid for shipping and it cost $3.93 to ship out. So I made $10.47. And it sold, again, really quickly within a week of me listing it. On Kidizen, I sold this pair of Converse black lace-up shoes in a size 8, so teeny tiny. They sold for $15 and I paid $4.75 to ship them out, so I ended up making $8.52. Those, again, were given to us, but like my kids never ended up wearing them because we don't like to sit there and tie their shoes. I don't know about you, but when my kid, my daughter now knows how to tie her own shoes. So for her, it wouldn't be a huge deal. But when she was 2 or 3, which is how old she was when these shoes would have fit her, she didn't know how to tie her shoes. And there's nothing more annoying than having to tie shoes for your kids. And so my kids, until they know how to tie their shoes, they are wearing Velcro shoes or slip-ons. So I just went ahead and listed them, and they sold within a few days, maybe actually within one day, I think. And Converses, you'll see I have another pair of Converse, like kids Converse shoes coming up on Sunday, but oh my gosh, like they sell really fast. So definitely if you have any kids Converses at home, list them. Okay, and then on Sunday, this is the last day, the 3rd, I sold 6 things over on Poshmark and 1 thing over on eBay. So the first thing to sell on Poshmark was this J. Crew Mason tuxedo shirt in a size 2. I was so happy to see this go because I've had it for so long. Someone sent me an offer of $29, and so I made $23.20 on that. The next thing to sell was another pair of Converses, and they were blue high top lace-up sneakers in a size 10. These did have a pretty big like stain on one of the shoes. Like they were in great shape except for this huge red stain. And so obviously I took pictures and disclosed them. They sold for $10, and so I made $7.05. The next thing to sell was a small bundle of 2 items. Both items were in my 4 for $25 sale. So the first thing was this pair of American Eagle purple high-rise shorts in a size 00. I think I've had these for 2 years. So thank you for getting them out of my house. I'm so excited. And then the next thing to sell was another pair of American Eagle shorts. They were cuffed and distressed, and they were also in a size 00. So I sent her an offer for $16 with discounted shipping, and I ended up making $10.68 off of those 2 items, which I was so happy with because I had them for so long, like both of them. American Eagle denim shorts can actually do really well, especially if they're, pretty trendy. So if they're like cut off, or if they're really distressed, or if they're like bleached, high rise, American Eagle shorts do really well. This was, I think, just like a little bit older of a style. And then like the purple shorts, I don't feel like people are really wearing like colored bottoms as much anymore. So that's definitely something to maybe leave behind at the thrift store. The next thing to sell was this pair of Mizuno Wave Inspire 9 pink running shoes in a size 7.5. Someone sent me an offer of $20 on these, which I happily accepted because, again, I think I've had these for over a year. So I made $16 on these shoes. The next thing to sell was this Vineyard Vines navy quarter zip pullover in a size medium. It was a men's piece, and it was something that came to me from a different male friend, and I actually did a haul of the stuff that I got from him that I will link right here, and this was one of the items. It sold for $26 via my closet clear out method, so I made $20.80. And I probably had that listed for less than a month. So I definitely was happy to see that move pretty quickly, especially given the fact that it's not sweater season right now. The last thing to sell on Poshmark was this pair of silver Suki skinny jeggings in a size 30 by 31. These had been listed for just a few days, and they sold for $15 using my closet clear out method, and I made $12 on those. And then on eBay, I sold 1 item, and it was this Abercrombie & Fitch red striped muscle fit polo shirt in a size small. This is actually the one that the guy was going to add to his bundle, but he had already bought that red penguin shirt from me. So he didn't buy it, but this guy did, and he bought it for $17.99, which was my full asking price. I had him pay for shipping, so I made $15.13. So for the week, I sold 23 things on Poshmark for $338.90. I sold 10 things on eBay for $185.50. I sold 6 things on Mercari, which is unheard of for me, guys. Like, I do not sell more than 1 thing a week on Mercari, so this was amazing. And it's because I've been consistently listing at least 5 items on Mercari, and I have been like promoting my listings. I've been trying to promote at least a handful every day. So I made $55.23 over there. And then I sold 3 things on Kidizen in my second week of being on Kidizen, and I made $27.46 there. And then from that YouTube haul, I sold 1 item for $14. So I sold a total of 43 items for $621.04. That is amazing, especially given the fact that like at the beginning of the month, I was bringing in barely $200 a week. So to know that I've been tripling that is amazing. And I am just like thrilled that my hard work is paying off. Okay, so let's break it down a little bit further. Women's pieces, I sold 21 items. Men's pieces, I sold 9. Kids, I sold 9 things, which is really cool. And I sold 4 hard goods. So let's talk about the month of April. The month of April is actually my worst month to date in the year 2020. And I think it's for a number of reasons. One, the majority of April was still like full on pandemic mode. A lot of people have been losing their jobs. A lot of people have not been wanting to spend money on things like clothes and stuff. They've been trying to put their money towards what they actually need versus just like fun stuff. But sales have been picking up at the end of the month because I think things are getting a little bit better in the nation as far as, there are states opening back up, people are going back to work. And also I think a lot of people who were not in like a bad financial place were just so bored at home and they were doing a lot of online shopping. I know I was definitely guilty of that. So sales definitely did pick up, but also like my attitude improved throughout the month of April. I know I had a couple videos, like my what sold videos at the beginning of April were basically me being like, I'm not motivated. I don't want to do anything. And it showed in my sales. But for the past 2 weeks, I have been so consistent in listing and cross-listing and sharing and doing all of those things. And it is showing big time. So like, for example, the first week of April, I made $223. The second week, I made $293.76. The third week, I made $219. And then last week, I made $575.19. And then this week, I made $621.04. So you can see that there's been a steady increase in sales, and I hope to continue that into May. So I shared in this video how my goal for the year 2020 is to make $20,000 in net sales across all of my reselling platforms. And that's not including like any revenue I make from YouTube or, from anywhere else, but just from reselling. And in order for me to do that, I calculated that I need to make at least $1,666.66 every month. This month, for the month of April, I only made $1,529.90. So I did fall short for the month, but for like where I'm supposed to be in the year, I should be at least 33.3% of my goal, but I'm actually at 36.96%. So I'm still ahead, which is great. Like, I'm very thankful that despite the fact I had some rough weeks at the beginning of April, things are still in a really good place. That's definitely because of the month of February. I ran this huge sale and had numbers like I've never seen before. But yeah, right now for the year across, again, my reselling platforms, I'm sitting at $7,392.04. For part-time reseller, I am really pleased with that. And like I said, as we hit the ground running in May, I'm hoping to only continue that trend. I'm a little worried because the summer months traditionally are pretty rough for resellers. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to just keep working as hard as I can and do everything that I can to stay motivated so that I can continue to have some great sales, because we've got some great projects at home that we're trying to put a lot of money towards, things like redoing our deck. We want to redo our mudroom, and it's really because of reselling and YouTube that we're able to do those things. So that is it for my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you got this far, please make sure that you hit the like button as well as subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. My next video, I plan to talk about selling kids clothes because it's something that I've been super enthusiastic about lately, if you haven't noticed. And I just wanted to share kind of what I've been learning so far about selling kids clothes. So again, hit that bell notification so that you are notified the moment that video comes out. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.